Hi everybody, it's Holly from Baby Gizmo, and today we're talking about keeping your baby safe in the nursery. Now here's the thing, the nursery needs to be a safe haven for your baby. A crib is the only baby product that is designed for your baby to be in unattended for hours at a time. So it's our job as parents to make sure that their nursery is as safe as possible. So I have some great tips to share with you today to keep babies safe. So let's get started. Now before we begin, I want to let you know that this video is sponsored by Kolcraft. Now my first tip is always to buy a new crib. Now here's the thing, unless you know the exact life of that crib, you got it from somebody you know, it's always a great idea to buy a new crib. Years ago, millions of cribs were recalled due to safety issues, and I would hate for you to get a hold of one of those recalled cribs when your baby's safety is at stake. So make sure you're always buying a new crib. Okay, my next tip is a bare crib is a safe crib. The only thing that should be in your crib is the crib mattress and a fitted sheet and your baby. That means no stuffed animals, guys. I don't care if your Aunt Karen bought you these and they're the cutest ever. They don't go in the crib. That also means no loose blankets, no comforters, and no bumpers, no crib bumpers, guys. I know you're looking at Pinterest and you see these cribs and they're glorious and they've got lace and all kinds of extra bedding that shouldn't be there, but it's a suffocation hazard for your baby and your baby's safety is not worth it. So the only thing that should be in your crib again is the crib mattress and the fitted sheet and your baby. Now you might be thinking, but what if baby gets cold? I want them to be warm. Well, what you're gonna do is get a wearable blanket. This is a type of blanket that the child wears. Some of them come as swaddles such as this one, or it comes like a sleeping bag. It keeps them warm, but they're wearing it so it's not a suffocation hazard, even if they're rolling around. So definitely a wearable blanket is the answer to keeping your baby warm in a bare crib. Now the next tip for keeping your baby safe in the nursery is ongoing safety checks. You want to check everything in the nursery. First of all, check the crib. Make sure nothing got loose. Make sure there's nothing around the crib that your baby could get to. Definitely, maybe once a month on your baby's birthday, check the nursery and everything in it to make sure everything is still safe. Now, the next tip is to keep everything out of reach of your child. That includes any crib mobiles if you decide to use one. It also includes things like your baby monitor. Look at this cord. This is for sure a strangulation hazard if they were to get to it. So setting on a dresser right next to the crib is not a good idea. Either mount it to the wall or make sure it's far enough from your baby that they cannot reach it. Also, that goes for blind cords. Make sure there are no cords that they can get to on the window treatments. I always recommend cordless window treatments in a baby's room or a toddler's room. So definitely keep everything out of reach. Now, if your nursery has a big piece of furniture, let's say a dresser or an armoire, you want to make sure you strap those to the wall. This is what a safety strap looks like. It goes onto the wall and then it goes onto the back of a large piece of furniture. What that does is for when toddlers decide to climb up on the dresser or they open up the drawers and then they climb it, that prevents the whole big piece of furniture from falling onto them, which could crush them. So you want to do this earlier than later, before your baby even moves. Why not just secure everything to the wall that is a big piece of furniture? Now you also want to make sure that the outlets are covered, whether it's with a plate or little plugs. Just make sure the plugs are not easy to remove because you want the nursery to be your baby and toddler's safe haven. So make sure all of the outlets are also plugged. Now, this last one seems like a no-brainer, but maybe it's not. Don't put a dresser that you plan on changing your baby on in front of the window. You just never know when the window's going to be open. It has happened when children have fallen out of a window from being on a changing table. And of course, when you're changing your baby, you always have at least one hand on them at all times. So since the beginning of the video, I know you've been eyeing this beautiful modern crib behind me. This is the Kolcraft Roscoe 3-in-1 crib. I put it together in less than 15 minutes with nothing but an Allen wrench. That's right, it has pre-installed hardware, which makes it so easy to put together. I love the modern look. I love that it has 3 height positions for the mattress, so you can keep the mattress up higher for newborns, and as the baby begins to sit up and stand up on their own, you can slowly lower the mattress into the 3rd position, which is the lowest position. I love the white and maple finish. It has the maple on the legs and then the white throughout. Just such a great crib. Plus it's 3-in-1 because it can be converted to a toddler or a day bed with the accessories that are sold separately. So this again is the Kolcraft Roscoe 3-in-1 crib. If you're looking for a crib that is so easy to put together, like I said, just an Allen wrench, not a bag of hardware, not a manual that's like 50 pages, 15 minutes, and I had this crib put together. So I just wanted to tell you what the crib was. And look, it's a bear crib, guys, because a bear crib is a safe crib, which means there's nothing in it except for a place for the baby. Okay, so guys, those are my tips for a safe nursery. First of all, don't buy a used crib unless you know exactly where it has come from and the whole life of the crib and that it hasn't been recalled. Also, you want to have a bear crib is a safe crib. No comforters, bumpers, stuffed animals, nothing in that crib except the mattress, the baby, and the fitted sheet. Also keep things out of reach of the baby. No mobiles hanging down low that they can grab. Again, that's a strangulation hazard. No video monitors or baby monitors that have long cords that they can get to. Again, another strangulation hazard. No cords on the window treatments that they can reach. Keep everything out of reach. Now you also want to strap your big furniture to the walls so that they don't become tipping hazards that could possibly crush your baby. Also plug the outlets in the room, and if you are concerned about your baby being warm in the crib, just invest in a wearable blanket. They're not expensive, guys, and they keep your baby snugly warm. So that's it, guys. Those are my tips. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up this video and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much for Kolcraft for sponsoring this video. Bye, guys.